Hi guys, today I would like to show you how do we integrate our 12 chakra system in order to develop psychic skills. Earlier I had been talking about all 7 chakras from our top to bottom, from crown chakra to the root chakra, and I think I've already spoken about the 8th and ninth chakras. One is the Earth Star chakra, which is situated in the bottom of our feet, and the ninth chakra is Soul Star chakra, which is above the crown chakra, which is about 11-12 inches above the head. The now uh, there are people who can connect to their etheric layer. Actually, there is something called as a etheric layer of our aura, which is above the Soul Star chakra. It is above situating above the causal and the celestial layers of the aura. We have a regular seven chakra system which includes the root, sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, and third eye and crown. This is the eighth chakra which is above the crown chakra. Ninth chakra is the uh, earth star chakra which is under the feet of our, which is under the feet. Now there are three more chakras which are the celestial chakras which were used by our ancestors. They all used to follow a 12 chakra system, and whereas we are following a 7 chakra or a 8 or 9 chakra system. We use our earth star chakra when we start sensing healing energy from earth. Suppose you want to heal yourself and you step on to the crystalline structure of the planet, you start walking in bare feet, you will receive healing energy from the earth through your earth star chakra which is under your feet. That is when you actually use the uh, seventh and eighth chakras. This is the seventh eighth chakra basically, and you can actually heal the earth when you produce good harmonics to the earth by doing things like that, by being in service to others, or producing good energy outside. You can actually heal the earth also when you walk bare feet with your earth star chakra. Now the coming back to the ninth chakra, this is called as the soul star chakra, which is situated above the crown chakra. Now there is something called as the etheric layer or the causal layer of the aura. There are three chakras above the soul star chakra, which are the celestial chakras. The 12th chakra is called as the celestial gateway chakra, which is above. Uh, this is about there are three chakras above the soul star chakra, and this is called as the 12th chakra, which is the celestial gateway chakra, which is a direct connection from uh, your celestial bodies to your etheric layer. This is basically something that is part of your aura. When we contact the celestial bodies, this etheric layer will be formed uh, with the help of the celestial gateway chakra. Now coming to our discussion, we are talking about the soul star chakra, which is situated above the crown chakra, about 11 or 12 inches above the crown chakra of your head. This chakra is useful, especially our ancestors used to have follow this 12 chakra system. Other than the earth star chakra under the feet and the soul star chakra above the crown, there used to be three chakras in between, above the head, and the celestial gateway chakra, which forms the connection between the cosmic self and our human aura, which is forming the etheric layer of the aura. Now, we all have an etheric layer, and we can come into direct contact with our etheric body by doing a tuning up of all our psychic skills and abilities. Like, suppose you have clairvoyance, clairsentience, claircognizance, clairaudience, and there are several clair skills which you can combine together and force simultaneously by doing a psychic immersion, or it could be a physio astral projection of all of your combining all of your clair abilities with the help of the soul star chakra. That will help you awaken your etheric imprint, and whatever skills you had from the past. I know, suppose your etheric, you might be having an incarnation earlier where you were using your psychic abilities and skills from the past, which includes all of these abilities of claircognizance, clairvoyance, clairsentience, clairaudience, and even uh, those skills like clairgustance. I mean, there are several skills which you may be able to awaken if you do a physio astral projection of all your senses with the help of the soul star chakra. In order to do that, you should start trying to develop these kind of senses first. Out of this, all of these abilities, clairsentience is the ability of sensing and feeling energy from objects. Claircognizance is the ability of knowing. Suppose you meet someone outside an elevator, you might be knowing, you might be having a certain knowing about what the person is. That helps you open up your intuition to your psychic abilities from the past. Now, once you connect to your intuition, the next step is to develop these skills by awakening all these clear skills that you have from the past, and that is possible only by developing uh, uh, physio astral projection. For that, there are various exercises that we can do by which we can develop clairvoyance and seer vision. Now, for developing clairvoyance, the best way is to develop your third eye vision, because most from all of these skills, clairsentience is something that you can develop by going to strange places, or start doing psychometrization of objects. You can hold a particular jewelry, or a piece of wood, or a crystal, or anything that you might find interesting, or you can even open up a letter from the attic and start imagining about the character of the person who has written the letter. That will help you understand the past history about the person who wrote the letter. These skills, these exercises will help you develop your clear sentience abilities. And psychometrization is a, process of reading reading the past history of the objects by holding them on your hand and feeling the energy from the objects. There used to be a lot of astral projection exercises which I have told earlier. Like, you can project an astral con through your retina and force your astral body into the object, and you can read back the signals from the psychometrized object back to your retina itself, and feel the energy from your gut, which will help you sense or feel energies from your belly. This will help you improve your clairsentience. This is basically called as psychometrization. Now you can take letters, old letters from the attic, and start developing your psychometrization skills. And you can even take jewelry, or go to an antique furniture shop and start psychometrizing those furniture to understand what was the past history of the objects. These exercises will help you develop your clairsentience. Now there is something called as claircognizance, which is the art of knowing. Claircognizance is good for people who write stories, or who do automatic writing. Automatic writing or channeling from the subconscious on a semi-trance state, which is more than automatic writing. It is inspirational writing actually. When you start writing on a meditative state of mind, on a semi-trance state, that is called as inspirational writing. Once you do those exercises, people who can assess about people, others, simply by the fact that because they have a knowing about certain things, that is the skill of claircognizance. In order to bring your awareness into awakening those clair abilities from the past, we can practice these exercises to develop claircognizance. Now, out of the three clair skills, clairvoyance is supposed to be the most coveted of all, because by clairvoyance people can have a vision or an apparition about what is going to happen in the future, and this is mostly developed with the help of the third eye. There are exercises for developing your third eye vision, like seer vision. You can start meditating by closing your eye. No, but actually, you can stare at a single spot and start visualizing. Uh, you need to basically stare at a spot for about 6 minutes, so that you will start getting visions about what is going to happen in the future. This is an exercise which will help you develop your seer vision. But for practicing clairvoyance, first you need to understand that these psychic skills are given to you when your brain recognizes that you are basically running short of other resources to help you sense or feel or see things. Clairvoyance is the uh, gift of seeing things. Now suddenly when you are blindfolded, what will happen is your third eye will give you visions about the future. Suppose you are walking in a dark room. When you start clapping your hands, because of the clapping you're doing with your hands, your psychic senses will start working from the surface of your hands. So this once you clap your hands, your psychic senses of your surface of the hands will be more alert to sense and feel objects in the darkness. Even if you don't have light in the room, your hands will feel and sense objects more. Suppose you are holding a mobile and closing your eyes with a kerchief, still you will be able to feel and sense those images coming in the mobile. Suppose you are running your mobile with a YouTube video and still closing your hands and trying to feel those images with your hand, you will be able to see that, because you're uh, purposely closing your eyes. And that is the best way to develop clairvoyance, because you can start using a blindfold, to close your eyes with a mask or something. You can close your eyes, and then you will start getting visions in your third eye. And once you start getting visions, you can actually meditate. This is basically a protection mechanism of the brain by helping you to open up your psychic senses which you had earlier in your etheric layer. Now, what I was talking about was we can go back to the old astral layer of us by doing a psychic immersion or a physio-astral projection of all our clear abilities and skills using our soul star chakra, which is situated above the crown chakra, about 11 or 12 inches above the head. Now you can call all your skills back, and physio-astral projection is a method by which we force all of our clear abilities into the physical. Like you will be using clairvoyance, clairgustance, clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance, all of the skills together in the physical. Suppose you are going to meet a stranger or visit a new place. You will be your mind will be doing that unconsciously, and that is see when you do this physio astral projection or psychic immersion using your soul star chakra, you're going back to your old etheric layer, which is your astral imprint. You will start working with your astral layer itself in the physical, and that is 5D consciousness. Earlier, we used to all be focused on the material needs of the 3D world. Now, once you are awakened to the 5D consciousness, we can all do a psychic immersion by shifting to the spiritual world from the material world and use all of our clear abilities and senses at a stretch when we enter the physical world. And that is how we do a psychic immersion or a physio astral projection using all our clear abilities. Now, this is only possible when we start connecting to everyone using our heart chakra. I have told about the differences between using solar plexus chakra, which connects to the material world, whereas heart chakra will help you open up your emotional body and don't uh, allow other emotions to come and sit over your head. And that is when your senses, psychic senses, will be alert. Your psychic senses will be alert when you remove the mask or the ego of the self and use your intuitive awareness and open your heart chakra to start connecting all the beings with your psychic awareness, psychic or intuitive awareness. And blindfolding is an excellent exercise to help you develop your clairvoyant skills, because once you start blindfolding, what will happen is your brain will give a protection mechanism to awaken your psychic senses, and you will start throwing visions in your it will start throwing visions on your third eye. And there are a lot of other exercises I have mentioned earlier, like honeycomb exercise, by which you can make 12 or 15 holes in the shape of a honeycomb on a cardboard, and start gazing at that cardboard piece, putting that cardboard piece on a dark background, and try to see through the honeycomb holes to the background of the cardboard. Now you can visualize that those honeycombs are getting bigger and bigger in size. Likewise, we can gaze through the window and see leaves or cars outside the window, and you can imagine that the tree leaves and the cars are getting bigger and bigger in size. You can start gazing towards the depth of ponds or swimming pools to see what are the objects that are underlying in the water. These exercises will help you develop your clairvoyant skills. And the best way is to do a visualization exercises after doing keeping a blindfold in your eye, and try to visualize objects in the shape of geometrical images like spheres, pyramids, or triangles, or circles, or cubes in different colors and shapes. That will help you open up your clairvoyance senses. Once you connect your abilities towards the spirit, then you will be able to draw out some conclusion with the help of claircognizant images coming in your belly. You will be feeling clairsentience. With using your clairsentience gift, you will be sensing or feeling energy. With using your claircognizance, you will be able to know about certain things that is going to happen, or that is the knowing thing. Like, okay, you are, you know that this person is this. And with the help of clairvoyance, you will be able to see, you will be having a vision about what is going to happen in the future, because you will be seeing those things in your third eye. But seeing those things in your third eye is something that you can be only developed by doing these exercises to develop your inner vision or sage vision. You can practice meditating on a single spot for 6 minutes, so that you will start, your vision will start getting blurred. And that is the point, when your vision starts getting blurred, that is the point where you can start seeing images, so that your eyes are half open. Because after 1 or 2 or 3 minutes, you will start getting this blurry feeling in your eyes if you start concentrating on a single spot. From the third to fourth minute, you will be starting to have this blurred seeing blurred images across the spot. And that is when your clairvoyant channeling or visions start happening. Now the best thing to do is, you can do this after doing a spirit guide meditation. Once you interlink your psychic abilities, what will happen is, when you do the spirit guide meditation, you are opening a portal to help you awaken your past life psychic abilities from your etheric layer, which is through the help of your soul star chakra. So what all skills and abilities you had from the past will be awakened. And once you channel your spirit guides, you will be automatically seeing, knowing, or feeling, or sensing things or energies with the help of your psychic abilities. Now what will happen is, you do the spirit guide meditation also to channel from couple of spirit guides. What will happen is, the spirit guides will channel images or feelings or knowings about those things that are going to take place in your life. And this will be a very interesting thing to do if you do this psychic immersion along with the spirit guide meditation. And the results will be very good if you start practicing these exercises regularly.